Morning guys, good morning. Am I on? Is the mic working? Tune a little louder on. Morning guys. I'm gonna pause that. I need to put lovely. Okay guys, we're on. Welcome back for another trading stream with me, Peter Crow. Let's see what we can catch today. I wasn't on yesterday, I wasn't on the day before. Last week we had a great week. We are 38 wins, 4 break-evens and only 11 losses on stream. Okay, and I'll show you the logbook now. So logbook so far since we've been streaming is this is based off a 50k account. September was the first month, we took 1%. October over 3%, November 0.5%, and December we're currently up 2% at the moment. So we're absolutely smashing it. Now here's a thing, what you probably don't realise. The top 1% of traders, they only make between 1 and 3%, but the difference is they make it every month. Okay, so 1 to 3% is absolutely fine in Forex. And 3% is a fantastic month, okay? Obviously, depending on what size account you got, depending on what the return is on that. Right, let's get amongst it because I'm itching to get amongst the chart. I haven't looked at all, so we need to do a full top-down analysis on gold and also NAS. We'll also do one on EU as well. Let me just have a quick look at EU. What I like to do is I like to have a quick look at the dailies just to see what's happening, to see which one to do with top down on first. Okay, so grab a brew, get chilled, get your MT4 open. Let's see what we can catch. Okay, so monthly, heavily bullish on the monthly. We've not done anything at the moment. We haven't got much of a bottom wick and we haven't got much of a top wick on the monthly, so this monthly can still go anywhere at this current moment. Then the weekly, so the weekly is actually closed bearish. Now, did we fill the range on the weekly, which I've been saying we're going to do for the last 3 weeks? That is the weekly range for me, so we're in between this and this. So that is where we're at, and we know how price works. It just bounces between ranges. Okay, we've now came up, tapped the range, and we've closed bearish as well. So what am I expecting off this weekly candle? Well, we haven't fully filled the range with the body, so you've still sort of got that to go. But whether we're going to get that, I'm not too sure. But what I could see happening is this weekly flipping back to the downside to come back down, or this week we get a fake out. Now I can't take buys above unless the weekly closed above 4255. Okay, like that. So if we get a weekly close on Friday like that, then next week bottom wick and then a flip to move up. But we haven't had that yet, right? We haven't had that yet. And then we've closed bearish, so we've got to act upon what we see. So currently, here's the top of the range. We then came and tapped the bottom of the range. We've now come back up to tap the top of the range. So therefore, where should we come? Well, we should be coming back down to 3992, unless we're going to break out with this weekly candle. Now, what would I want to see in order for this weekly to flip to the downside? Well, me personally, what I would want to see, I'd want this candle to open up, pull back, tap previous support, and then flip to the downside. Or I'd want to tap of at least the area of the body of the candle of 4227, which we nearly did tap it. Okay, but we're on Wednesday today. So, can this flip to the downside? Yes, it can. Can I come up for a steeper top wick? Yes, it can. So what does that mean? Well, that means we can currently go anywhere at the moment. We can move any direction, which doesn't really help us. It's good in regards to we can take buys or sells, but in regards to weekly, we're not too sure at the moment. Now, so if the weekly's bearish, we'd want a steep top wick tapping the body, which we haven't done yet, right? And then a flip to the downside. But if you look at the daily's closed bullish. You have got a minor support level here, and I would say it's a minor. I'll put a horizontal line up. I would say it's a minor level. Okay, you've got a rejection here, and you've got wicks to the area here. Now we have broke below that, and then we've closed bullish, but we didn't close above this level. Now if the daily had closed above that level, I'd probably be interested in that top wick coming up for a steeper top wick, so I'd be taking buys up. But we haven't had that yet. Now, it's difficult taking sellers down now because we are bullish on the daily, even though we've filled the range. For me to take sellers down, what I would need is, I'd need a bearish daily close. If we got a daily bearish close like that, say, or even like that, then tomorrow should be fairly straightforward. We should get a top wick and then a flip to start coming down, and that would probably confirm the weekly is going to stay bearish. Okay, so that's what that would probably do. But we haven't had that yet. So what can this daily do? Well, this daily can currently do anything, so we've got to be very careful and be mindful that this daily can still do anything at the moment. So we're going to have to go down the lower time frame. So let's have a look. 6 hour. What's this? See what others done. Every time I go on the 6 hour. So I don't normally use a 6 hour anyway. So on the 4 hour, what are we seeing? Right, so if we can find some zones on the 4 hour and see what price is doing. So we've got a body of the candles there, another rejection there, we've got a wick to the area, but then in here this is a mess, absolute mess. So for me, I would probably say that's a zone on the 4, and the next zone on the 4 is probably that level, which it looks like we're coming through to tap it now anyway. If we got a forward close below, would I take it? I'm not too sure because all these broke below and then faked out straight back in. So I think if anything, if the 4 closed below, I'd need a very steep top wick. This doesn't really do anything for me. This is disgusting. We've got an hour and 50 left. That 4 should be coming through to... Could I even take a wing back buy? I'm not sure I would take a wing back buy. That's awful 4, guys. That is an awful 4 area. So we're now getting to the point of, okay, how can we grab something? How can we grab something? It's a 3 range. Yeah. What if the 3 closes respecting this? If the 3 closes respecting in an hour and 50, could we take the buys up? Actually. 4, sorry, the 2 closed bearish. Then we had a top wick. No bottom wick on this 2. should still, oh wait there, I do like this 2 here. So 2 range for me is here. Yeah, I would probably say around that level. So the 2 is closed, respecting, and you've got no bottom wick on this 2. So could we maybe have a win back buy from here if this 2 comes down? So good morning, Jack. How are you doing, mate? Jacko. So the previous 2 was closed, respecting this level. So we've had some rejection, but look where the wicks come. All the wicks come down to tap 4195. So if this 2 is closed like this with no bottom wick, could this 2 then pop down, tap, and then reject back up? Now the only downside to this is we've tried to get through these levels quite a few times and we've struggled. So that probably tells me we need some liquidity from the downside. And where's the liquidity? Well, it's going to be below here. But could we still break, retest before going? And if so, could we get that on? Potentially, we'd have to look on a lower time frame. We haven't had much of a top wick either, so that's good. So if this 2 could come straight down, I might take a buy from 4191. Let's have a look at the 1 hour. Where's the range on the wall? Probably say that's my range on the wall. So as long as the 1 closes respecting 4200, even when it broke out, I suppose it's still tapped and then pulled back. Close respecting and draw through. Take the buy up. This area here doesn't match our area what we're on over here. So the ranges are all out, and that makes it difficult. Which ranges are we going off here? So there's a 1 range. So if you look over here, so the 1 range is that. Okay, that's the one, a clear range, rejection. And then we come into this one, and then the 1 range here is that clear range, and then we come over here and look, price goes right through it. So which one do we go off? Well, the one we go off is newest data, and this is the newest data. So where's the 1 hour ranges? Well, for me, I would probably say that. So the reason I'm looking is you've had rejections here. You had a bit of retest here, you've had rejection here, you've had rejection here with a random wick to the area, another rejection, but the next range to the downside is this level as well. So it's a very small range below here. So basically, are we going to reject from 4202 again? And if we are, where do we actually reject from? Well, price actually pops down. So if we look, even when you break out, you still pop down to this level. This one closed respecting, you pop down to here. This one did, and you still pop down to there. Close respecting, pop down to there. So could we see a rejection of 4195, or are we going to come through? And if we're going to come through, and let's say we're going to take a wing back buy from here, if we're wrong, what happens to price? Well, the times where we've been wrong is here. That's come straight through. And this is a great tool to do here. This one, straight through. This one was a fake out, so that would have been okay, but still we closed below. This one again was a fake out. And then this came straight through. And this came straight through. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times out of 6, 7, 8, 9. 5 out of 9 times we reject from 4195. This one tapped, didn't really pull back, so it didn't give us a chance to get out, so it might be a case of stops or we're correct. This one came straight through to this level. Would we take another entry there? Probably not. Stops might be too big. I just want to see if we reject from here. That's what I'm trying to see. See if we reject from these levels. And if so, can we catch it? What would I want to see basically? So that's the one. So ideally we need a 1 close respecting 4200. That's what we need. But even when you close respecting, you can still drive down. Okay, we close respecting there, we still drove down. So what else do we need to see? Oh, what if we go on a lower time frame and look what price has done? Okay, well if the 30 off, the 15 closes below a certain level, we can look to get out. 15 down, all the 15s come down. I don't quite like that, guys. I'm not really liking gold at the moment. The only potential thing we've got is that wing back buy, or if price could pull back for us. The 3's currently bullish. Four's got no top wick. 1 hour 40 left. If this 4 can come and tap, I'll probably look to take it. Look, every time the 6 comes on. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I'm not really liking it at the moment. Might need to wait for the 4 to close, see how that 4 is going to close. Because the 4's filling the range. So if the 4's filling the range, there's only a little bit left to go. You've got no room to grab a move. But so this is a 1 hour range for me, which we haven't filled the 1 hour range unless we're going to get new data. So if this one can close bullish and then the next one can pop down for us, then yeah, we could probably take it. Okay, I'm going to do a top down on NAS. See what NAS is happening, but we're probably going to have to wait for that 1 hour close really. Let's see what's going on NAS. See, when it goes all time highs, it's a pain in the ass because we haven't got much data to go. So monthly actually closed bearish. We haven't had much of a wick fill, right? I would imagine we probably need 50% wick fill, and we haven't had it yet. So this monthly can currently do anything. We've now created a minor support. It's just a minor support at this level of 25895. I would want this to tap and then reject. So hopefully we can get that. But currently it's only a minor support. Price can do anything. Weekly range. Here is the weekly range. Between that, probably that now. You could argue and say that. We haven't actually tapped and filled the range. Daily closed bearish. Didn't close back into the range. Close bearish. If we close bullish today, fairly straightforward, we can take buys up tomorrow. But currently this daily can do anything. We've closed respect in mine, so I'm not sure you're going to break the lows. Until you, let's say this previous candle had closed like that, you would then want a top wick, which we're getting now, and then a flip to the downside to come down. But we didn't break back into that zone. We've actually broke out, this could easily just be a retest of this level before coming back up. So, not very nice, guys. First day back as well. Like, why are you doing that? First day back this week and it's not very good. And this is the hard thing. Like, I'm not saying I'm going to do this yet. I'll be on till at least 9 o'clock. But this is what really tests your discipline. You haven't been on the charts all week. You might only have one day to trade this week, and you come on and there's just nothing there for you. It's not lined up for you. It's so hard just to turn your computer off and go, there's nothing there, and wait another week. Because people think, well, I've only got today to trade, so I'm going to have to catch something. That's how people think. Okay, so this 4's got no bottom wick, and there's no bottom wick on here. Did this break a low? Just. So is that enough liquidity now to carry on? We did break a high. Broke out on the 1. This 4 can go anywhere. I mean, the 4's got no bottom wick, and the previous 4's got no bottom wick. So does that mean we're going to flip? And if we're going to flip, what would we look like? Well, we would look like that. Sure, that's going to happen. Oh. Yeah, I can't really do anything with this either, guys. Bit of a shit. Let's have a look at EU then. So we did have a wing back sell around here, which we did have a swing trade on EU, but it's all gone now. So let's do a top down on EU. So monthly, we did finish bullish. We didn't actually move that much on the monthly. We've got no bottom wick on this monthly candle. Is this just the top wick now to flip to the downside? We're currently still respecting on the monthly this level, okay, which I would say is quite a prominent level. When you get random wicks to the area like this is a great sign. Okay, and then we've got body of the candles, another random wick. So I would say this is quite a key level, and we're currently still respecting. Okay, yes, we closed bullish, but we're currently still respecting. So this monthly could flip to the downside at any point. And if it is going to flip, where's it going to go? Well, the next monthlies came down to at least that before rejection. The one monthly candle came all the way down, tapped. So broke below, close respect. Let's have a look at previous data. Respect came back down. Let's go to the lower time frames. Say that's my level, which we've closed respecting. We've got a potential wing back sell area here. She might need to tap. So we get a tap and then you start coming back down. Nearly tapped it. I don't know if I would take it now because we've nearly tapped it. There is, that's off the weekly level. Weekly can flip to the downside at any point. Daily is bearish. Hasn't closed bullish yet. So is this daily going to flip? Where's the daily range? So the daily range for me. School whiff. School whiff. probably looking at that. The daily. Don't really like it. Yeah, it's definitely an end actually. Yeah, so the daily's actually broke out to the downside. Could this just be a top wick for this daily? So if this daily is going to flip now, where could it push? Well, the next level to push is at least here. At least. So if this daily is going to flip, there's nowhere else for it to go other than 1.15928. Then you might reject. So let's have a look at all the times it broke below 1.16348. What did price do next on the daily? Well, we came straight through here, straight through here, straight through. These all come straight through. You get a nice close there. Then you get a top wick, which is at a level of, we can look at for a wing back sell, maybe. Because this could be that. Dailies. Straight through. Fake out, so we'll have to watch out for fake out. Bearish close, then a fake out, came straight through. Dailies just fly through, like it doesn't give you a nice break. There's a nice break, top wick, and then a flip. So I'm not sure that we can reject from here. We always come down to tap 1.1593. So could we take the sellers down, and then could we maybe take the buys up? That's another one. Oh, this is looking nice for a sell here. It's the daily. These fake outs, we can actually get a fake out. Where would my stop loss be? Probably around that. This daily came all the way up and then flipped. So what stops need to be above that. Okay, we might have something on EU shortly. Got a wing back area here where we are. I need to see if we're going to reject from here. Got an hour and a half left of this. No bottom wick. Huge pushing candle on the 4. The 3 can close respecting around here. I think we're going to get a huge drop with a new 3. 2 closed heavily bullish. Bloody hell, that's a big bullish candle. Two closed bullish, the 1 closed bullish, the one's at a bottom wick. Let's close respecting this level. Oh my god, look at that, no top wick. Okay, if I can get a bearish close back below this level on the 15, might be in for a sell after a top wick. Okay, and stops for me would probably just be the high, as I'm expecting rejection from here. You've had such a pushing candle on a few candles. The 2's close respecting. Yeah, and the 1's close respecting. But the range is slightly out, so it is pretty difficult with easy drive back up now. That need a nice clear close on the 15th, bearish. So this is an area where the daily can actually flip from. Okay, so if this is where the daily can flip from, we want to confirm on the lower time frames. We're not going to mess about. We just want to tap and then reject, don't we? And if we're going to get that, how's this going to look? All closed. 15's going to flip here. No top wick. 2 candles with no top wicks. Yeah, I am interested in sells below 1.16481. If we can come back below that. I don't know how high we're going to drive up. This is the downside to it. So one range for me. The 1 hour range is this. I think that's my 1 hour range there. And the ones currently closed respecting. So how high can this top wick go? So would it be worth putting a wing back sell on here? Where this one closed respecting came up, yes. I'll do that, guys. Stops for me would just be this high. If it comes straight through, we're just wrong, but yes, we can definitely get a rejection from here. So I'm gonna have a wing back sell from here, guys. Wing back sell 1.1625. Stops would be 1.16578. I think it's either going to be stops hit or we're going to reject. Come on. Why are you doing this to me? Ooh. 1.16576. Put that on. I only had a chance to get the bloody right lot size on. What's that? 600. So 60. I'd need. So this 2 more. Okay. Okay, guys, I'm in for a sell here. I'm not trying to get this on. Literally hit in. If I break the highs, I'm not interested, okay? My target, the daily can flip at any point. Here's the thing. So the daily can flip. And if the daily's going to flip, you're going to be coming down to at least 1.1593. So that would be my full TP, I think. And the 4's got no bottom wick. The 1's closed respecting. It's just a case of, do we need to break the highs before coming down? And it might do. That's what might catch us out. But I am expecting this one to pull back and close respecting. If we're right, guys. We might be wrong. We might be wrong. But yeah, that's what I've got going on at the moment. That's wrong. 'Sell, stop. 15 might need to close and then copy. Stop loss will be 1.1657. TP1 would be 1.6487. TP2 will be 1.15T. What would my get out of this be? My get out would be if the 15 closes above. What would it? It'd probably be the 1. If the 1 closes above 1.16, we'd look to manage risk. This can easily come straight through to break the highs, guys. It might need liquidity. And the flip might not happen until, I'm only low risk on this, the flip might not happen until New York. Let's see if the 5, this 5 flips now. Let's close the ball. It's probably going to be, if the 15 can close respecting this level, that'll be the fair sign. I'm expecting a flip on the hour. So if the 1 closes above 1.16487, the 1 hour, we look to manage risk. Even though you can still reject and flip to the downside and get a fake out. Now, you've had such a pushing candle on the 4, we might just need to break these highs. This is the thing, so this could catch us out. That's why I'm low risk on it, right? I've said to myself, what am I willing to risk to see if I'm right here? And this is what I'm risking. I think it's like $200, something like that. 20. No, it's $180. Okay, that's all I'm risking on this. So, yeah. Difficult morning though, guys. I won't lie. It's awful. It is awful. So let's see if this can play out. I take partial move to break even is this level. If we tap this level again. 0.16489. Okay. So that's what we've got going on. So it might not happen until the 15 closes in 4 minutes. So if this 15 can close respecting, and then the next 15 just drops. Just hope we don't need to come up and break this high again. We might need to break the high. That just stop. So come on, price. Come on. See ya. Okay, while that's going on, let me just check gold. So what is gold doing? Because I do like this win back buy for 4195, but I just don't like what we've done here. Everything's bullish. So if this 15 can pop down for us. The 15s can actually close down here and then still reject. Where would my stops be on this? this? Why did we do this? Sure we're going to get that because we didn't really do much of a pullback. Price can either drive straight through this range or you're going to reject from here. So what am I willing to risk, basically? What am I willing to risk? To see if I'm right. I'm going to reject from here. Good tap, back. Look straight through. So you wouldn't have stops anywhere else really. You'd want a rejection. 2 minutes left of this 15, which is a 30. That's a 30 closing. Come on, EU, what you doing? Reject. Keeps having to get stopped here. Stops that bit. Stops it out of that. Yeah, we need this 15 to pull back. Even though the price can come to here, then close respecting. There's 2 minutes left, so we really need this 15 to pull back. Can we drop and close 1.16543? If we can, fantastic. We ideally want to close, ideally below this level. If we can get a close below 1.16554, then the next 15, even to be honest, you can even go above that, but these would have been stops. So yeah, we need a close respecting 1.16554. If we can get that, fantastic. Fantastic goal. 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left. Daughter's birthday today. Can we get a rejection? We're currently down $130 open trades. Means nothing until we close. Let's check gold again. This 15 is going to close lovely. I am interested in wing back buy here, guys. Buys. But I'm only going to be low risk on this as well. Okay. So if we can pop down to this guy, then we'll have $150 risk on this. 4195. I'm gonna have a wing back buy from there. Okay. Price is either gonna drive through, smash our stops, or we're going to reject from there. Okay. $160 I've got risk on this. So let's see that. See you doing up to 15 closed. Oh, the 15's closed above, guys. Probably going to get stopped here. Here's another area where it can close respecting this top wick, but it's likely going to come up and hit our stops, I would think. Probably going to break the high. See what this 15 does, but yeah, we're probably going to get stopped on. Here you go. Come on, chill out, drop. Don't break the highs. Don't do it. Don't do it. Flip. Can we get a flip? Tell you what though, if this does flip now, I might have a sell stop underneath. Another entry, that's what I might do actually. Change the time frame. 5. 15. What have I entered on this? Sell, which is a 1 lot. 1. Guys, I think if this 5 closes back in, if this 5 closes bearish, I'm going to have another entry. Okay, in 2 minutes. If this 5 stays bearish like this, I think I might have another entry. And again, the 15's broke out, hasn't it? Have a sell stop underneath 15. As I've got on the sell stop underneath this 15, and what I'll do is, if I pull back down, we might close the first trade. This one there. See if this 15 can flip for us. I mean, you could wait for the 5 to close bearish. That would be your confirmation. That'd be less risky. If the 5 closed above, I'll probably delete this one. Yeah, but we need a 5 close and respecting ideally 15 to flip. It's not even the 5 zone though. Just a case of if the 15 is going to flip. There you go. So the 5th, we basically, it's all on the 15 close and respecting. We need the 15 close respecting. That's not activated. So if the 15 can stay bearish here, fantastic. But the thing with the 15, I think you're just going to drop through the floor. That's why I've got a sell stop underneath, like that. Am I being activated? Yeah. So I'm in for another entry here. Okay, so I've used the same lot size as this one, so it's really low risk on it, and targets are the same. Target is off the daily, which is all the way down in 1.16. What's that? That's my target. Profit. So when you come back to break even on these two, you can make the decision if you like whether you just close and then you've got a better entry. It's completely up to yourself. Okay, but what I am expecting, and I am expecting this 1 hour to close respecting these levels in and around this area, 1.1652. Okay, and then the next 1 hour, I'm thinking, okay, we could get the fake out of the 1 hour. That's where this has come from, and it's more about the 4 flipping, or even not flipping, but at least pulling back. You've had such a pushing candle there. You've got no bottom wick on this 4. You haven't got much of a bottom wick on this 4. It's a case of, can this 4 pull back for us? That is it. So it's all on the 1, which is the 1 is going to close in 7 minutes. So can this 1 pull right back? What's gold doing? Gold hasn't moved yet. There's a 5 bearish close, so that would have been your sort of confirmation. The 5's got no bottom wick though. You would expect if this 15 is going to drop, we know the 15 can drop all the way back down to here. If we're right, we can get a nice big push and engulf in 15. But you're going to have to take partial around 1.16489. I have to imagine. Don't like this. So let me break the highs one. We just need a 15 bearish close, guys, and that's it. Once we get that, we should be good. I don't like this bit though, but this is, I suppose, coming down. So you'd have break even now on both of the trades. So if you don't like it, you can get out now as well. But yeah, once we get a 15 bearish close, we should become good to come down to 1.16488. Nice 5 close. How's gold looking? Is it popping out yet, gold? So I have got a wing back buy on 416. Let's get this on the trade IDs quickly. Okay, EU's dropping. So if you want, you can close the first entries if you want. You can close the first entries if you want at break even. Completely up to yourself. Or you can hold. I'm still expecting a pullback down to 1.16488. I am still expecting that pullback. But we just need a 15 bearish close. The thing what could catch you out if you hold though, top wick, and then come down. How high is this top wick? Do we need to break the high one more time before coming down? Potentially. If we do come to this though, guys, I will be taking partial. There's no top wick. There's no top wick on this 5, which we don't like. No top wick on the 5. So if this 5 closes like this, we might then get a top wick, tap, flip to come down. What's happened? Gold, I believe, is starting to move down. I'm going to get this onto the trade IDs, guys. partial move to break even. We'll do this one again. We ideally want a straight pop down. That's what we ideally want. Straight pop down. Seven. TP1 is for 200. 2 and TP2 this big. Okay, can we get activated? So our EU's in profit, nice. Can we stay there? Can we come down to that level? I've got a wing back buy from here, guys. Okay, and I'm not really bothered where these 15 closes. Actually, wait there, this is the hour, isn't it? Can this hour tap? If this hour can tap for us, that'd be lovely. The hour would have broken out. Still 2 hours left of the 2. So the hour's about to close, yeah. So this is what we want. We want the hour to close respecting like this. That's not too bad of a close. Can we just get a drop with the new? Let's see if this hour. I've got a wing back buy from here, guys, on gold. Come on, tap us. Tap, tap, tap. Okay, now I've been activated on gold now. Literally like that. In on gold as well. Let's see if this hour can flip and fake out for us. What I'm after is remember, low risk on this because this hour can easily drive through easily, right? But I'm expecting a fake out back in to the area. Okay, once I tap this level, we can take partial. Take profit, move to break even. That's all I want. Our EU is dropping nicely. So, yeah. We haven't had a top wick on the 15 yet though. We need that top wick ideally. Need that top wick. EU, guys. I'm going to close out the first entry. Closed out this. And take partial of this one. Quite a lot I'm going to take, guys. Fine, and then we're going to go risk free on this. There's a nice win for the stream. Okay. Yep. Price coming down. Nice, 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 nice. Where is the trade ideas? Oh, close. We were at the stops there. Okay, let's take partial move to break even on EU now, guys, if you haven't done so. Gold is still pushing down, I believe. So EU is still in, we've got flies on it. EU is still in, we've got flies on it. And gold. What's gold doing? Like I said, this could easily fly through. Guys, I'm going to fully close my EU now. I'm happy with that. First day back. Start of the stream. Lovely jubbly, guys. Nice. EU. Another win. I mean, if you get a fake out, if I get closed back into this zone on the 1, I'll take another entry, but I'm fully out of EU now. So it's a nice profit. The gold is just flipped to the upside. Is this the move now? So can we get a TPBE hit? It's a nice rejection on the 5. Oh, we haven't had a wick fill though. I actually don't like that close on the 5. You're probably going to get a 50% wick fill at least. But once you start printing bullish on the 5s, it should be good. Now remember, like I keep saying to you, low risk on this one, because this can easily drive through, okay? But I am, once I tap this level, I will be taking partial and going risk free once we re-tap 4200. Hopefully we can do it on this 5, but we sort of don't want to. We want to sort of create some sort of structure here, and then we want to fake out on a 1 hour. We get the fake out on the 1 hour, fantastic, okay? Okay, I'm going to take partial, move to break even. What the hell? 2. Maybe not, because it wouldn't let me do it. See if we can push back up. We're not quite tapped it anyway, but we might need to tap it with the next candle, next 5 minutes. Okay, now I'm going to take partial, guys. We've had a little pump back up again. go risk-free. You might get stopped. So here's the thing with risk-free, right? You could just move your stop to the low of that. Because you've took partial, I've took like 70% out. If you do get stopped, like if I get stopped now, it'd be $30, okay? It'd be only $30. I've just took $60 out of it. I've just took $60 out of it. Okay, there's the $60 there. That's 150 what we've took off EU. So if you leave your stops where they are now, it gives a little bit of a breathing space in case we get a bottom wick, to take that no bottom wick and then a flip. Okay, gives you a bit of that breathing space. But if you do get stopped out, it's only $30. You're still risk free technically. Okay, so it's completely up to yourself what you do. I'm actually going to go risk free because I need to be done early today. It's my daughter's birthday. She's not up yet. That's why I'm okay to trade. Yeah, we are risk free on this. So another win for the stream. Got 2 wins this morning. Bloody hell. Let's change these. We're now risk free on gold. We're 39, 40. 40 wins, 4 break evens, 11 losses. Fantastic, guys. Fantastic. Do you know what, guys? We're probably going to get a bottom wick on this anyway. $41 pips. Two wins, guys. 1 on EU. I don't know if EU's dropped there, has it? Rejected. Look at that. What a time. Take partial to break even. So I'm out of EU now. Okay. I closed literally here. Closed full. There. Okay, but lovely trade. We did come close to stops, but if the one closes back in, I am looking for another entry. If the one closes back below this level, I will look for another entry. We've also got another trade on gold, which we're still in, and what we're looking for is basically the fake out. We're risk free on it. I've took partial out of it. We're risk free, but if we get this fake out back into the area, you could potentially look for buys up as well. But both trades, guys, the analysis was spot on. Okay, absolute spot on. So well done to myself, shall I say. Such a shame, such a shame. But yeah, another trade. 40 wins, 4 break evens, 11 losses. I need to get these on the logbook. Like I say with the logbook, up one based on a 50k account, up 1% in September, up over 3% in October, up 0.5% November, currently up 2% for December, but we need to add about $150 to that, so it's going to take us over the grand mark. So if you took every trade with us on stream with a prop firm account, okay, they're the numbers to be having, right? Now some of you might say, well, 1%'s not that much on 1%'s not much, depending on the size of your account. 1% of £1 million is a lot of money. 1% of 5k is not much at all. Okay, but what people need to get out of their head is 20% a month, 30% a month is not realistic. The top 1% of traders only make between 1 and 3%, but they make it every month. Okay, make it every month, and it's just about upping your capital. So that's where you need to flip your mindset. Yeah, but yeah, fantastic. I'll get these on the logbook shortly. Looks like gold's coming back down here. But I think we need to come back down because there's no bottom wick on this 5. So this might stop us out. Hopefully not. But if we can get a bottom wick and then a flip back up. So take this bottom wick and then a flip back up, that would be perfecto. Perfectio. Yeah, well done guys. You should see EU. EU is dropping. Look at EU now. Look at that, 15. It's not EU. Look at that. Go on, sunshine. Get down there. Get down there. What a close that is on EU, guys. Look at that. So this would be the one obviously dropping. It's such a shame. Such a shame nobody is on. Such a shame. Such a shame. Such a shame. 15's closed bullish, which is nice. Can we get a bottom wick? We've still got flies on gold. I closed on EU a bit too prematurely, to be honest with you. That would have been lovely. Well, first day back, guys. I mean, yesterday, Monday and Tuesday, I was away. So it's just getting back into it. And the thing is, once I leave this room, I don't even think about trading, really. So a lot of people will be thinking, oh fuck, if only I held that, this could have drove down. If only I held it, it would absolutely flew. Yeah, it could have done, but there's always another trade. There's always another trade. We're at $156 this morning on a 50k account. It's pretty nice, pretty good goal. Good goal. So the 5 on gold now has came down and give us that bottom wick. can we flip? The 15 hasn't given us a bottom wick though, but we did take the no bottom wick. But we really need this. We need a bottom wick on this 15. It's just a case of how far down is this bottom wick going to be before I flip back up to the upside. It's not a bad close on the 15. Ideally, what you would have wanted the fake out on this 15 back in, but you had no bottom wick, so yeah, we might get stopped, guys. We'll see. We'll see. Coming down, so this is the 15 bottom wick. How far is this bottom wick gonna go? Ooh, close the stops. Yeah, it's gonna stop us at. Ooh, I haven't. Can this 5 flip now? If this 5 flips now, fantastic. He actually broke the low on the 5. Broke the low on the 5. Hasn't stopped us out yet. Now it has. Okay, I'm out, guys. I'm out at break even. Okay, lovely. We took 41 pips out of that. Our stops were 54. I'm gonna get these on the logbook. So nothing comes on here as well, guys, without its own YouTube link where we've taken the trade. Today, the 10th. Guys, I'm done for the day. Done. 2 trades, not bad. I'm calling it early today because, like I said, it's my daughter's birthday. So you're free to jump off, and I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be back on tomorrow at 8 AM. It only took $67, $62 from gold. Shit. I was low risk on it though, really low risk. Stops. 2. Fake out. Look at that. Naughty. Naughty, naughty. Only bloody 3 pips. Take maximum rating was 6. We take 115. 3 pips. We took 6. I'm gonna that's what made me close really. No top right on a 15. 5s. I didn't like that. But yeah, whatever. It's what it is. So $157 up, guys, on stream. Well done. Right, guys, I'm gonna love you and leave you. Have a fantastic evening, and I will see you tomorrow 8 AM for another trade. Catch you later, everyone. Toodaloo. See you later, TikTok. Thanks for joining. All the best. See you tomorrow again.